Somebody's O has got to go in this 147-pound catchweight contest between local rivals Thomas Thunderkick Longacre and Travis the Dark Knight Calanoc.
Travis the Dark Knight Calanoc. I love fighting. The hometown advantage, you know, type thing, because here the one, both of us are local, so it's more of like a town divided, so you're gonna have like half people cheering for him, half people cheering for me. But it's gonna be good once the bell rings and we start punching each other in the face. No matter who's punching or who's falling down, there's gonna be cheering, so it's gonna be fireworks. It'll be good. It's nice, especially because it's a bigger opportunity, bigger venue to fight on against another local guy with a real good record. I mean, both of us are undefeated. So for me tonight, the biggest thing is to walk away out of this fight with another win, because I don't like to put this much into training to come in and lose a fight. So whenever I come to fight, I come to bring the fight.
Now entering to the blue corner, standing at 5 feet 7 1/2 inches, he weighed in at 146 1/2 pounds. With a background in boxing and jiu-jitsu, he is undefeated at 4 wins and no losses. Please welcome the Marine Corps martial arts black belt from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Dark Knight, Travis Calanoc.
And tonight we are live on the American Forces Network, and here's a youngster who was part of the anti-tank training company in the Marines, where he would train soldiers for Operation Iraqi Freedom. And tonight, well, he looks to remain unbeaten in his MMA career.
And he's going to start with that with an MMA bout instead of a kickboxing bout, because he feels that Thomas Longacre's kickboxing is not going to be an advantage all those 40 fights or something. How he plans to beat Longacre by timing him with both strikes and takedowns, bullying him and making him work from the clinch, and of course when they go to the floor, stay on top. And he feels that because he was in the Marines, he can turn that meanness switch on at the drop of a hat.
So the Dark Knight, hoping that this will be his night at the Spirit Bank Event Center. His opponent, well, he was born into a family of martial artists.
I'm a striker. I'm a bring the pain kind of guy, you know, stand-up long, using all the skills of a stand-up striker, and along, if you can take me down, you know, good luck with that. My mom and my dad, they're hardcore fans, you know, hardcore friends. They come and help me cut weight. I'll hear my mom either give her a little yell chant, you know, and then my dad the same thing. He kind of gets excited, and he'll throw out a yell too, and I can hear them. I know it's their voice, kind of deal like that. And so, you know, out of all the whole crowd, I can pick their 2 yells out of the crowd.
Now joining us to the red corner, standing at 5 feet 8 inches, weighing in at 148 pounds. With a background in boxing, his record is 5 wins and no losses. Please welcome the XFL featherweight champion from Tyler, Texas, introducing Thomas Thunderkick Longacre.
Longacre's father, Leon, mother, Nancy, met at a Goju-Ryu dojo, and Tom as well began practicing in the art at the age of 7. He also started wrestling in elementary school, so he has been a lifelong combat sports athlete.
Yeah, and I think it was kicking when he was in his mother's stomach, or either that or being kicked, because he came out to strike, and he believes that the training camp that he did, which breaks his soul down, as he said, and makes him mentally stronger, that's going to be part of it. The preparation in the gym was off the hook, he's claimed, and he said his striking will overwhelm Calanoc, and that Calanoc is in for a big hurting, and of course confidence from his experience. And he said that the transition from kickboxing into MMA was an easier one, because MMA, you don't get hurt as much.
He has a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo under Dale Apollo Cook. He went 27-3 as a pro kickboxer, 9-4 as a competitor in the Chuck Norris World Combat League. But as you mentioned, Fight Professor, this is mixed martial arts. Thomas Longacre and Travis Calanoc set to do battle in this 147-pound catchweight affair. Pat, let's go to the tail of the tape.
As you can see, Calanoc is 26 years old, 31 years old for Longacre, and he's 5 years his senior. That experience in kickboxing is where that's going to pay off. 3.5 inches reach advantage for Longacre. He wants to use that reach in his kickboxing experience.
Here with the official introductions, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Strikeforce action in a 147-pound catchweight attraction. Scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Our referee in charge of this bout, Tom Jones.
Fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
3 5-minute rounds, and we are underway. Immediately going to the clinch, Calanoc delivers a knee up the gut. Inside leg kick countered by an overhand right from Longacre. Body kick by Calanoc again. Stalks Longacre. Action remains in the center of the cage.
Calanoc moving to his left and using a lot of good in and out strikes. I'm kind of surprised already.
Nice body shot by Calanoc, but he pays for it. Eats a right hand from Longacre. What should we look for in this first round, Pat?
Well, you can already see it happening. Longacre is trying to control the center of the ring and stop Calanoc a lot. Calanoc's trying to be smart about it, get in, get out, and look for a takedown eventually is what I'm guessing he's trying to do. He's going to realize real quick that, well, Longacre's a heck of a lot faster and more powerful at striking.
Longacre has such a deep toolbox of strikes.
And he hurt him with that strike. As you can see, Calanoc nod his head. Anytime you acknowledge a strike, that means it hurts. Nice exchange. So far, both of them sticking to what they told us we would be seeing.
I think Calanoc is just going to kickbox long enough to where he can come in and get a body lock and go for a takedown.
Well, if the opening minute and a half is any indication, I would suggest that is exactly what he should do. Absorbs another low leg kick.
And for the people at home, look at these guys' faces. Look at the expressions on their faces and the look in their eyes. One guy has the look of a predator, the other one guy has a look of being prey.
And Longacre right now is the hunter. Blistering attack from Thunder Kick, and there's the shot stuffed by Longacre, but Calanoc trying to take this to the ground, eating a couple of knees now along the fence.
Longacre timed that double underhook perfectly and caught that shot in mid-drift and made him pay with a knee. One strategy, although it may be risky, would be for Calanoc to go to the fence, let Longacre come in close, and then dive down for a double.
Great three-punch combination unleashed by Longacre. Eats another body kick.
You know, for Calanoc,
Spinning back kick by Calanoc, immediately countered.
Calanoc needs to fake takedowns, land a couple strikes, you know, get Longacre to change his level, drop his hands to stuff the takedown, land a couple strikes, then go back in for the takedown. That's the only way he's going to get it.
Longacre doing a great job of defending so far. Calanoc now to the tie clinch, and he hurt him with that knee. Longacre immediately clinching with Calanoc along the fence.
Calanoc stayed in the pocket and threw a great left hook, which apparently buckled Longacre.
Calanoc again rips the ribcage with that knee, and we've got a firefight now. Muay Thai clinch, couple of knee strikes from Calanoc. Longacre rips a shot to the body. It's countered with another leg kick. Exciting action, and we thought these two local athletes would deliver.
Calanoc is able to land with the left kick and the left hook.
And the tide begins to turn.
And I tell you what, Calanoc's knees are taking effect. Those are rocking Longacre, and then he's following up with the hands.
Left hook by Calanoc.
Muay Thai skills all of a sudden coming out.
Leg kick countered by a left right from Longacre. And all of a sudden, Longacre isn't screaming anymore. He knows he's in a fight.
At long range, Longacre is dangerous.
Final 50 seconds.
That mid-range thing, though, with the knees and that left hook.
And now, Longacre picking apart Calanoc. Nice 1-2 and finished it up with a leg kick.
Nice.
Or a high kick, I should say. Goes for the takedown. Now, Calanoc looking for the guillotine. Over, hook. Now releasing in the half guard. Final 20 seconds now remaining in the opening round. Couple of overhooks, and Calanoc really just wants to control the wrist. Longacre easily gets back up to his feet. We're headed to round 2 of what has been a scintillating affair thus far.
Unbelievable on your feet. You're killing him. But he's got a stupid counter every now and then. I need you to not catch that. Hands up, punish him. Keep your posture.
You know, after most of the first round, Calanoc taking a beating, starting to land knees and then punches. The Muay Thai boxing skills come out of nowhere, and he starts getting after it.
It was that left hook that rocked him and not the knee.
He definitely landed a lot of left hooks toward the end of the first round, and great knees. They were solid knees, and I think he was rocking Longacre. Great stuff.
Mr. Quadros, you know what I'm going to ask you. How did you score the opening 5 minutes?
That was an exciting seesaw battle in the last half of the round, but the first half was all Longacre, so I have to give him that round 10-9. Longacre comes from a traditional kickboxing background, which is mainly punches and kicks. So therefore, as Pat mentioned earlier, the Muay Thai clinch and the knees were a problem for him, maybe something he hasn't seen as much.
Yeah, definitely. I think in the Chuck Norris League, knees were not legal from what I remember, and Muay Thai skills are definitely something that Longacre's taking advantage of with the knees.
And again, Longacre building up with those combinations. And again, that opening round kind of speaks to me what's wrong with the judging criteria in unified mixed martial arts. I'm a fan of the old school pride thing where damage to your opponent, the effort to finish a fight by knockout or submission should be the first criteria, because those damaging shots by Calanoc, that could have given him the round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he had Longacre wobbled, and that says a lot. But overall, Longacre was definitely doing the stalking.
Yeah, especially to the leg.
High head kick blocked.
I would have to give the first round to Longacre overall because he was stalking most of the time.
The funny thing is, Longacre has a reach advantage, yet it's Calanoc who's landing the better punches, or at least the ones right to the chin of the opponent.
Minute and a half transpired. And this, the middle stanza. Slower pace than we saw in the opening 5 minutes, but something tells me the fireworks will begin very soon. Inside leg kick from Longacre. Pumps the jab. Front kick from Calanoc, and there's a nice overhand right. Catches Calanoc on the ear. Low leg kick.
That's a perfect counter for the left hook. Maybe he's starting to realize he needs to start countering and has to shut that down on Calanoc.
Knee strikes from Calanoc.
You can't bend over and put your head down when a guy grabs your head, which is human tendency. You actually have to drive the head up and push into the guy.
Longacre continues to find the target with his hands. The kick is blocked.
That long range is not a good place for Calanoc.
What's Calanoc trying to do there? Just flip out that front kick. It's just kind of a flicking kick there where he could hurt his foot more than do damage with the way he threw that.
I could see one of these guys really throwing a power front kick and sending the other guy flying, because right now, nobody's really trying for a takedown, nothing.
I like Longacre with that overhand right. High kick again blocked.
Longacre was going to do a spinning heel kick there. He stepped forward into southpaw for a second.
Longacre goes upstairs, lands the headshot, and then nails Calanoc in the body.
Yeah, he set up the headshot beautifully with the punch to the body right before. You can see him set it up perfectly.
What does Calanoc have to do a better job here? It seems like he is being stopped, now comes back with a counter kick.
Well, like Steven was saying, he needs to close the gap, stay inside, get into clinches, work his knees, work the hooks, the uppercuts, things like that.
Yeah, staying on the outside, he's going to get picked apart like this side kick, which we rarely see in MMA.
Unless you're named Kung Lee. And of course, we rarely see him these days.
Right.
Minute and a half left in round two. Longacre, the body kick. Calanoc now comes forward. It doesn't look like Calanoc wants to commit to his strikes like Longacre does.
Yeah, well, I think Longacre, given his experience, and you can tell the guy can take a shot. I mean, he's eating some knees directly on the face, wobbling a little bit, and then smiled and came firing right back.
And he dumps Calanoc on his posterior there momentarily, and again winds up with that whipping high head kick. Is yet to find its target, but something tells me, and jacks the jaw of Calanoc with that left uppercut.
That right low kick made Calanoc limp.
And it was set up beautifully with the combo, flurried on him, and then dropped the kick in, which is the way it's supposed to be done.
Now Longacre engaging in some martial arts histrionics with that spinning heel kick, trying to show Calanoc that I can do that too. Now Calanoc looking for the guillotine. Longacre's got half guard.
Real careful here because arming guillotine is a very common practice now. Oh, God, gets out.
His head out. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the second round.
Longacre did a great job of hopping out of the guard. He knew it was coming. Got the half guard quickly where he needed to be, so that basically
I was going to say
he protected his neck as he came across.
You know, there's no way Longacre's going to stay on the ground. Gets back up. Final 5 seconds. We are headed into the third and final round as Longacre finishes in a flurry.
Beautiful right hand over the top by Longacre. He started realizing to counter that left hook, he needed to do that. He throws the right hand to the body initially, and then he comes back over the top with the right hand. You can see how Calanoc dropped his hand. He maybe thought the right hand was coming to the body again. There's a beautiful combo by Longacre, and then drops the low kick in. That's textbook. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
It looks to me that Longacre has really machoed up and stepped right into the pocket and wants to trade.
Absolutely, absolutely. He loves striking. You can see him just smiling. He's winking across the ring at Calanoc.
Heading into the third and final round, how do you have this scrap scored, Fight Professor?
Well, I would have to say that last round was definitely a Longacre round, so I've got him ahead 2-0. And it seems to me that Calanoc is starting to fade back. He doesn't have the bravado he had in that first round to try things, to try and get the knee. Like we talked about earlier, he's got to press the action a little bit, get the clinch at all costs, because on the outside he's going to get picked apart. And it's going to be really tough for him to stand on that front leg after those low kicks.
Pat, what is and using the cage there? We've seen that in the past. Good job by Calanoc coming back. I was going to say, Pat, for Longacre to close out the show, what would you like to see him do more of? Because he seems to be picking apart Calanoc, and yet Calanoc showing a stout beard.
Well, Calonoc's able to counter him a little bit here and there, even though Longacre's pretty much controlling the stand-up now. Calanoc is able to counter him because Longacre's not using enough fakes.
Superman punch and into the takedown.
Hopping across again.
Right in the cross-side position. And let's see what Longacre's able to do from this superior position here, where knee strikes to the body are available. You can see Calanoc trying desperately to pop up his hips.
He's going for the kimura, he's going for the guard, but Longacre doesn't want any of that. That's a really smart move, because Calanoc has not been able to get guard at all so far in this fight. And that's probably one of the only other places he can win this other than the Muay Thai clinch.
Calanoc has to circle away from that fence. He's going to be eating a lot of these punches and comes back spinning back fist. And another spinning back fist. And I believe that desperate times call for desperate measures on the part of Travis Calanoc.
And I think Longacre, having his long traditional Okinawan karate background, has seen a few spinning back fists in his day.
Yeah, he was trying to reprise the Shoney Carter, Matt Serra fight from back in the day.
If the tempo stays the same, I can almost gamble that Longacre is going to try a real showy, flashy move.
One thing's for sure, Calanoc can eat those shots. Finally, the high kick scores, but there wasn't as much mustard behind that one like the others he's attempted. Misses with that right cross. Calanoc tries to find his target. Calanoc needs to get busier.
Yeah. He threw that right high kick up there almost just to try and do it, but I think he's still got some oomph left in that thing. And so maybe Calanoc has still got a shield, because if he throws that thing enough, he'll catch him right on the chin and knock Calanoc out.
Here comes the right hand up above, maybe.
Working the body.
Upstairs.
Low high.
Low leg kick by Longacre, where he has maintained this position. Calanoc along the fence, and Calanoc needs to find some way. Longacre now drops a level, goes for the single leg. It's blocked by Calanoc, who looks for the front choke, looking for the guillotine again. Immediately lets go as the perspiration has become a factor here now. We're in oil country, and these guys are slippery.
You know, that's what's cool about mixed martial arts. You got a kickboxer who's ended up on top 3 times in this fight.
But we're finally seeing the guard of Calanoc, but he's got to hustle and do something quick.
Now Longacre now not even posturing, and he has to be careful. Going for the armbar is Calanoc. Great to see that here in the latter stages of the round, Calanoc trying to pull out all the stops back up to their feet.
A beautiful roll over there by Longacre to avoid the submission.
But I like those fighters, Pat, that take those chances, knowing they're behind on the scorecards, knowing they have to finish the fight.
Yeah, Calanoc's gone for some great submissions, and I am very impressed with Longacre from a kickboxing background. I mean, he's getting out of it right away and doing it perfectly.
Calanoc landed a left hook. We are into the final 50 seconds of what has been a thrilling tilt here between local rivals Thomas Longacre in the dark trunks and Travis Calanoc in the blue.
Longacre's been talking to him quite a bit. He's having a blast.
I think Longacre should throw a knee when Calanoc ducks forward like that. He hasn't really thrown any knees at all.
Final 20 seconds. Longacre continues to work the 1-2 combination. Calanoc needs to push out all the stops here in the final 10 seconds. Will Longacre be able to finish him?
Oh, they're going for it here.
Tremendous finish to a great fight here on Showtime. These two individuals represent what Strikeforce Challengers Series is all about, Pat. Looking for that untapped talent, giving these fighters an opportunity to display their potential.
Yeah, I mean, that was as exciting a fight as you're ever going to see. Technical. The guys had very clean technique. These guys belong on TV. Tough, tough kids.
No. Felt good. Aside from being tired. That was sweet. Congratulations.
You can see Dale Apollo Cook in the ring there. Dale Apollo Cook, Longacre's longtime instructor. And Dale Apollo Cook's a guy that I watched for a lot of years when I was growing up. I mean, the guy's a legend. Longacre's got a great coach.
Warriors. There's only one type of warriors, and we got it. Yeah.
You know, you remember the fight between Stephan Bonner and Forrest Griffin. I mean, these guys are throwing with technique, and it's just as exciting, probably more exciting, because it's beautiful technique, and they're just all out throwing.
Great sequence right there. Love that.
Hey, it's showing a lot of endurance at the end of a fight. As tired as those guys probably were to be able to flurry at that time. Shows a lot of heart, a lot of endurance.
And there's the immediate respect and camaraderie as they embrace a great fight. Let's find out who the winner is as we once again turn things over to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 in favor of the winner, Thomas Thunderkick Longacre.
Thomas, describe what happened in those 3 rounds.
Hey, Tulsa, you guys have a good time. Hey, we come in, me and Mr. Travis, we gave him a war. That's what you guys pay money to see exciting fights. And me and Travis, we delivered. Is that right?
He really gave you a little bit of a battle in that first round with those knees in that plum clinch.
Yeah, I'm not used to getting knee, because I come from a stand-up guy, but after a while I started figuring out, okay, maybe I shouldn't play that game a little bit, so I had to change up my strategy second, third round.
Okay, now, what's next for you?
Man, I say the MMA game is is a big stepping stone, it's a big stepping block to learn, and I'm a background striker, so I'm just starting this MMA, so I'm hoping this. You never know, this may lead, but I hope the bigger and bigger things.
Well, Thomas, you and Travis put on a great show. Let's hear it for one time, Thomas Longacre.
There is his mother enjoying the exploits of her son, and with a performance like he turned in tonight, Thomas Longacre is definitely in for a long MMA career.